we're going to do background images first. And I guess I'll just create a new folder here. This will be 34, 034. And in there, I'll create a new folder. It'll be 01. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll drag those into there. And so you have a div. So my div will be a width of 200 pixels, a height of 200 pixels, border radius of 50%, just around everything, a border of, I don't know, 3 pixels, groove orange, and then we'll do a margin on that of 0 on the top and bottom and auto on the left and right. And let's see what that looks like. So there's that. And now I'm going to do a background image and background image. And it needs to be URL, I think. There it is. And I'll go up. And I think my dog might be there. There's my dog. And then there's, so we'll just look at it like that. There's my dog. I think this will be better as black. And I might look at what other background properties I have. Image, color, attachment. So background color we've already seen. Attachment, blend mode, clip, origin, position. Let's put it in the center. That's better. And it's kind of weird up here. You almost see part of the image again. So let's do background and attachment, blend, clip, origin, repeat, no repeat. Cool, got rid of that one little extra piece. It's kind of wanting to repeat, right? And then background, and I could just look through these. We've got repeat, we've got position, we've got image, attachment, clip, origin, size, and let's do cover. So it'll just cover the area it's supposed to be perfectly, right? So it's not too little, not too big, it covers it. You'll get pixelization if you try to fill in a size with an image that isn't the right size. So that's the basics of images. And you can use that, and we'll call this here images. 34 background image. You could use that to do something like this. All right, so browsers automatically come with some settings. So I'm just going to tell my HTML, my body, that I want no padding, I want no border, I want no margin, and I want box sizing border box. And I'll also add that to my div, my divs. I'm going to create an ID that's above the fold. And I'm going to say the height on this is 100 viewport height. And then I'll create a div here with the ID of above the fold. And that's going to hold everything I want above the fold. And I want my background image URL to be here. I want background. Gosh, excuse me. Cover. Why don't I see that? I want background image size to be cover. I want background size image repeat to be no repeat. And I want background position to be centered. And so I've got something that's, and I want that div is going to automatically be 100% width. That's what width divs do. But the height should be 100 viewport height. And then I have a background image behind it. And then maybe I want an H1 right in the middle. Let's see what it looks like. And then we'll maybe do that. No wiggle. How did I do that and not get wiggle? But now I could add in, I don't know. I have no idea why it's getting wiggle before. That's so bugging me. Now I could add in, you know, some text. So I could say my H1 font. And what family do I want? Right? So I could go look at Google Fonts. And what do you think would be a good font for Paradise? Handwriting? You know, we might just search this entire thing and search for Paradise or Tropic. Tropica! But that's somewhere else. I just want to stay at Google Fonts. Paradise. So show me fonts out there on the web. I think I'll just look for these. So right now I have it trending. I'm going to look for popular. We'll go back to trending. And what I could do is I could click in this and I could search it and I could type in Paradise. And then apply to all fonts. So I can see what Paradise looks like with all in the different fonts. Totally amazing. And then I could just scroll through the trending ones. That's interesting. Yatra 1. I think I'll look at that one. And copy that. And it's going to be Yatra 1 cursive. So now I'm going to do here, drop that in. And I want that to be pulled down before I apply my style, so I put that first. And so now I'm just going to do, you know, font. I want to do the size. Right? Like if I wanted to, I could go back and find that one file to figure out what order things are in. But let's do 2 rem. No, let's do 10 rem. Let's make it really big. And line spacing 1 and Yatra 1 cursive. And do we want to add any of that other stuff in? You tell me. Where was that stuff? Font style. Font style is what? Is that like the italics stuff? So we have font style, which is the italic. We have font variant, which is like small caps. Font weight, font size, line height, font family. Do we want small caps? Maybe? Yeah? And maybe we want color. Or smoke white. White smoke. Not quite what I was looking for, right? So let's add in that H1 here and reset the padding border margin, all that, and see what happens with the H1. Look at that. Did you see what happened? We have got an influx of interpreter talent today. It's awesome. So how would I get this into the center? How would I get this into the center? If I want this in the center, how do I get it in the center? Margin 0 auto, right? That'll horizontally bring me into the center. So I could do on this margin 0 auto. Didn't change it. Does it need to be up here on ATF? Didn't change it. So margin on that is 0 auto. Maybe text, align, center. So I aligned it in the center. Margin 0 auto is like if I had a container and like that container's in something and I want it to, like, it's only part of the width, it'll center it. So we could put a border around this just to kind of see what's going on with that. Like, where is that element? So there's that element, right? So it's taking up the entire width. So maybe is there a width that is like min content? I don't know what that would do. So now that's there, right? So now it's no longer going across the whole page. So now if I did this, would it take that and put it in the center? Do you see how I kind of thought about that and then it worked? You know, I looked to see how much does that take. Oh, it's taking a whole line, so it's already just taking the whole line. Well, let me not have it take up the whole line, and then let's margin 0 auto it. That worked out well, that one. Or I used text align center and I didn't use that one. And then that put it in the center. But you can also see here that it's hard to get it vertically centered. And we're going to learn a tool for doing that later. But if you just want to, yeah, we'll learn a tool for doing that later. But that's how, you know, we get a whole page covered with text on it. It's kind of cool. And we'll figure out how to move things around and position things later. So that was background, using background.